Welcome, welcome again. This is I, Mr.Gone. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Today, we're going to be talking about free-to-play / low-spend accounts and the free resources that we have outside of the game ready at your budget-friendly little fingertips. Because whales can tend to spend their way to bulldoze through any mistakes or misbuilds on the way to get where they want to be, but we won't do that. So we need to replace that money with knowledge, because as a free-to-play player, you don't need money, you need information. And all of these free resources can be utilized 100% from the time you start the game all the way to the end game. They will be completely relevant the whole way through your experience in Raid. So, we are going to get started with an oldie but a goodie. Now, back when I first started playing Raid, a Yumi Love was the place to be. Or you could just watch the content creators that got their information from it. I did that as well. I did that more than I actually went there. But when you first get to the page, you'll go to Raid Shadow Legends tier list. And here you'll find literally everything you need to know. Now, I've realized that they don't keep it as updated as some other sites, so some of the information might be a little off, but they have literally everything. They have guides, they have builds, masteries. They have literally anything that you can think of in here. It's just, I would prefer they would do a little update to the way that they present it, because although the information is in here, as you can see, it's not quite so friendly to go through. It's organized, but it's just, I'm not even trying to talk bad about it, to be honest. I'm doing this to show you that the information is there. It's just they could have done a little bit better job of organizing this. So I will say that it's a good place to start if you just started the game and you're literally just trying to figure out what to do and where to go. But I do believe that they need to do an update to the way that it's put together, and maybe go through and update some of the information, because a lot of the champs have been power crept, and the way they were ranked or whatnot may still show the way they were ranked when they first came out, not what they are in today's atmosphere. So with that, we are going to move right along to, now if you were going to only pick one of these resources, I would 100% pick, back up here, Hell Hades. We'll come back to that. And I do have a membership with this, so that's why I had the membership page. I wanted to show you that. They have all of the information that you would see in a Yumi Love, but it's put together a lot better. It's just a lot friendlier on the eyes, so to speak, and put together. You got champion tier lists, you got new player guides, Doom Tower, Hydra, Curse City, dungeons, the different factions. You got the champion tier list here. Now when you go here, I like what they've done here is, now I don't know if this is only because I have the optimizer downloaded and using it, but if you do that, for sure, you can click here, show my champs, and it will only show the people that you have. And it goes through, it ranks everybody. If you click here, like say dungeons, Acrizia, 5 out of 5 everywhere across the board. So it's a pretty helpful little thing if you're just trying to get some ideas. If you're looking to get somebody, and or you maybe you just got them and you're like, who's this? What do they do? And you can go through here. It'll show where they're ranked, the type of roles that they would have, damage multipliers. They even show the types of blessings and builds and things. But they also have different tiered memberships. So in these memberships, you can go totally free. Now, I am in the uncommon tier, and the only reason why I did that was because when using the optimizer, it gave me a few extra things that I could look at when I'm looking for builds. It'll show me like the way they have their skills prioritized and things like that. And that was just stuff that I wanted to know. You don't have to do all of that. If you're just looking to build somebody well, or just try to get some information on specific areas of the game, how to play certain things, how to, you know, get past certain things, you know, you can do totally free. You know, you don't, like I said, all of these are totally free, but some things will have different tiers that you can do if you'd like to. Now, as far as the optimizer goes, you'll have to download you'll have to get the extractor, and all that doesn't steal any of your information. It literally just goes to your raid account. Now this is, as far as I know, this is only for PC. I don't think they have it. Yeah, because you got to be running player in play. So as far as I know, this is only for PCs. Which I think is just a better experience playing as opposed to playing on mobile anyways. It's just that you have a lot more resources you can use. Anywho, so you'd have to download the extractor, and all that does is just go to your account to see what you have, what champions you have, what gear you have. And when you do that, you can go to the team optimizer to build teams for different content. You can literally pick through anything that you want. You know, they have everything that's in the game. They're constantly updating this. It's another thing I like about Hell Hades site is they have a good team of people going through here and updating it regularly. So everything is usually pretty up to date on what's going on now. You can go to champions. Now, I have one that I already went through and did just to show you. I wanted to build my Uko that I got not long ago, and I haven't built yet. So that's why this is up here. But normally this is where all of your champions would be. You can look through and check these off and find specific, you know, to really like specifically find what you're looking for. But I was looking for Uko. Now here it'll show you the details of whatnot. But if you want to go to optimize, and you go to GPU optimizer, and you can use their servers to, if you don't have a good GPU in your computer, then you can remotely use theirs. You can pick for the highest damage, best survivability, or balance. In balance, you can specifically pick and rate where you want the different stats to be. You go through, configure it, include equipped artifacts, and when you lock your champions, then it can include artifacts on lock champions. But there's different ratings. You can rank it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, here's like masteries that would actually mean anything to your build. You can go through and put in your stats, and then you would rank it like I did here. Slots, you can go through and pick all the different slots. You can go through and pick specific sets. Here I picked a 6-piece material set. Anything that you check here, if you click one of these, that won't be used. It will not try to find something from there. If you leave them all unchecked, it will look through everything. except it will try to, of course, find whatever you added here. If you this will help as well. If you have a lot of glyphs, you can go through, and this will really help find things. If you're having a hard time struggling, trying to find what build you're specifically trying to, if you can't find enough accuracy, okay, well, do you have any accuracy glyphs? If so, you go through here and you pick the ones that you know that you will definitely be able to get. And put that in, and it will find all of the builds that if you add that to it, you will absolutely get to find the build you're looking for. Now, since I already ran through and did this, these are the past builds that I tried for. First, I tried with like Stone Skin. I tried Stone Skin and Feral. I was trying a few different things, and sometimes it would come up with like maybe some new champs that I just built and I forgot to lock them down. So it was showing the gear that was on them as well. And so I had to lock them and then retry it again. Anywho, these are the results that I got for the Mercurial 6-piece set. And this is what I came up with. You know, not crazy, but decent with the gear that I've got. And so this is what I'm going to go with. And as you see, all of these are still at 12 because I rank all my gear up to 12 as soon as I get it. Because it helps out with this here when you're making builds. And a lot of it, pretty much most of it, doesn't have, I can still add stats here, like more accuracy in like 5 different spots. I can add speed in 5 different spots. So being that I didn't use any of the glyphs in here when I did it, it didn't add that to the builds. So now if I had used that, all of these would be glyphed with whatever glyphs you said that you will absolutely be able to use. And so if you're struggling, go ahead and throw the glyphs in there that you know that you'll be able to get. But then what you'll do is you'll come here, you'll go to your champion page, you'll find who it is you're trying to do here, and I'm going to go ahead and do him now. So I'll come here, I'll go back to the page, and I'll put equip in game. Equip artifacts executed successfully. So when I come back here, all of this will be on my champion now. Now you have to have this page open to do this. You have to be in the champion selection screen and the gear selection screen. You have to be there for that to work. But then it automatically puts it here in the game, and then you just hit equip. Boom, done. Now I can go ahead and upgrade all of these, and he's good to go. Easy peasy, right? So the next thing on my list of places that you absolutely should use is Deadwood Jedi's Clan Boss Calculator. Now when you go to his page, you'll start out at his front page here, and you'll have a whole lot of different speed tunes that they've already got set up for you. So you can just pick one of these pre-done teams like Helicath, Ninja, Hike Tune, you know, you can pick any of these things here that are already pre-built. Or, as I said, you can go into the team optimizer in the Hell Hades site on the optimizer page and find teams that other people are using. But what you want to do is you want to put that information in here in like, see, we got, this is my actual clan boss team that I put in here and all the information. You want to make sure that your lead, you want to put in their aura, so that affects everything. And you'll put in the speed of the champion. This is the speed of my deacon, but you see the true speed is different. Your true speed will not be what this is, and that's why this comes in very handy when you're trying to speed tune things, because you'll put in what sets they have. Do they have speed and perception? Do they have 2 perceptions? Do they have 2 speed? Do they have two speeds and a perception. You'll go through here and you'll find the sets that they have, and you'll put that information in here, and lore of steel, because that also changes those stats. And then once you have that in, you can make sure if they're fully booked, this will show up as the fully booked cooldowns. If they're not, then you can add a cooldown. And as you saw, everything changed. Now, I have it set to where all of these things, I want to have his A1 go first. So I want to put his A3 on a 2-turn delay, and I want to put his A2 on a 1-turn delay. That means now he's going to do his A1 first, then his A2, then his A3. And I have his A2 prioritized at a higher number than his A3. So he's always going to prioritize that first. And you do this for everybody here. And when you look over here, it'll show the clan boss AoE 1, AoE 2, stun. And it does this all the way through to 50 turns. And as you see, by the time we get to the stun, everything for this team is in sync. And the first couple of hits from the clan boss really don't do anything anyway, so you don't have to worry. Now, as you see from there on, the very last thing that's going to happen is Demitha is going to put up her block damage, boom, hit. Block damage, boom, hit. Block damage, boom, hit. The very first thing that happens is Iris is going to remove any of our debuffs. So here we get hit, remove debuffs, block damage, remove debuffs, block damage. She comes in, removes the stun, block damage, removes any debuffs, block damage, and it'll go this. If you get it set up correctly, this is how you figure out that everything is working correctly. And once you get all the way down to the bottom, you'll see that it worked 100% all the way through. And this is how you're going to speed tune your teams. Now, you can use that in other areas. Like if you see somebody's using someone for some other build, they're using it for Hydra, or they're using it for something else, and you see that they have it built a specific way and they have certain gear on it, you can put that information into the clan boss calculator just to find out what those true speeds will be, and that way you'll know where you need to be. So if you don't have that specific gear, you will also at least know what that true speed is that you can hit on your own without that gear. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is YouTube. YouTube. I cannot express that enough. YouTube and all the different content creators that they have out there, Ash, Hell Hades, Nub, I mean, all these guys have so many years of experience in playing this game. And they also have access to things that we don't, like the test server. They get told information before it comes out to the public. So they have loads of information that we don't readily have yet. And they've got so many videos on how to do literally anything you could possibly think of in this game. And all you would need to do is just, like I did here, Raid Shadow Legends free to play. And so many things will come up. I mean, you can put anything specific that you want to look for. And I cannot express enough how much that has helped me. I was doing that far before I knew of anything else. And I can't express it enough. And a lot of these guys will also have Discord servers and whatnot, like other resources outside of just their videos that you can go to and get other information and ask questions, you know, anything like that. And the last thing I want to talk about is one of the most important things in my Raid Shadow Legends experience, and that is RSL Helper. Now, RSL Helper is, I can't express enough how much I use this. I 100 every time. Now this is resourced. This is done by a guy named Farbstop who does this completely for free, and I know. Uh, I don't know how I let this one get away from me, but I was literally going outside of this video. I was going to do an entire video on RSL Helper and how to use it for someone who's never used it before. And Scratch beat me to it by literally like a day or two. And so I had to rethink, like, okay, am I even going to do that video anymore? And I probably will, because he left out some things that I'd like to talk about and maybe show how I set up my cell log and things like that, because he had a pretty complicated one in there. But just to run through real quickly, this is something that you can use. It's so much better than just a clicker, because all the resources in here you can use. And I know that I've brought it up in a few different areas in other videos. It has a shard tracker for you, so you know where your shards are. That's super, super important, because you don't want to just go pulling shards all willy-nilly. This will help you know where you're at in your mercy, and whether or not you have enough shards to reach it. You can look up the different tournaments and events that are going on, and once you click it, when you come back here, that information will be right here and let you know where your points are and where you stand in that tournament. And all the different rewards will be lined up in a row in increments of where they are in the tournament. And as you can click them and say, okay, I want to stop here. And once you reach that, then your runs will stop, but it'll run until you hit it. So that way you can just set it for that, go to bed, wake up in the morning, and you've reached where your goal was set. You have the cell setups to where you can see. Mine is, like I said, much smaller. I have a lot of things that I want to sell, but then I just kind of have it set for certain things. Like I have a lot of 6-star rare specific stuff, like boots, speed, crit rate, crit damage, type of things, like accuracy, so that way I can at least take a look at it. And I typically only use that like if it's something new that hasn't been out, like the Mercurial set. Like if it's new, it hasn't been out a lot, I probably am not going to have a lot of that. So keeping the rare stuff that I typically wouldn't keep a lot of later on, it's good to kind of save that stuff now. As you can see, anything else I have set for, like, anything 5-star and below is done, and anything 6-star, and below of rare is sold, except for these specific items. And I can get more into that with a different video, but I just wanted to say, I don't think, and there's a lot of players that say this, and Scratch even said it in his video, a lot of people say that they would not play this game, or at least not be as involved if it weren't for this resource here. Like this resource that is completely free. I mean, you can go to his PayPal here and donate if you'd like to, because he's doing this on his own free time, and it's such an amazing tool. But it's 100, like I said, it's completely free, and you just download it, and I'll have the links to all of these things in the description below, so you can just go and check them out yourself and decide what you want and don't want to try out. But yeah, like I was saying, as a free-to-play player, we don't need more money, we need more information. So with all of the free resources we have, there literally is no excuse to not know what you're doing and how to do it. And you can reach endgame status, free to play or low spend, whichever you choose, if you just choose to utilize the free information that you have. And I'm going to be doing another video after this at some point about all the in-game resources that we have and how to utilize that to your benefit, just to make what resources we do have make your gameplay more efficient for what we have without needing to try to compete with all the whales and the krakens and whatnot. So with that being said, I hope you have a great day / night, and I will catch you next time. Bye.